Oh, yeah.
You know,
Let
when
me
it
know when
lets
it's
you
ready.
go.
Yep.
Yeah. So I guess I'll start now. Did it start?
Uh, Nothing on my end yet.
Hmm.
And now I got it.
You
I got
got
it
it?
now.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
So I guess we're on. All right.
Hello and greetings.
Hey, guess what? We got Dylan a microphone now.
Yeah,
We've been communicating telepathically these past three
Yeah, only
episodes.
we could hear him before.
I've been sticking my hand and using Alistair as a sock puppet. Just
Hmm.
say my thoughts.
Uh-huh.
Perfect.
We'll see if he can keep his microphone privileges though.
All right. You gotta reach level two.
Revocation. It'll be permanent next time.
um, so I guess today we're gonna talk about, well, I guess it was cars that didn't. Okay, I don't know why I have the crossfire to be honest. Now that I think about it, because it was supposed to be cars that missed the mark, right? So cars that were hyped up
Hmm.
and, well, this is how I understood it. So you guys tell me what you think. But cars that were people were excited about, and when it came out, it was just like not at
Like
all.
flops.
It just
Ex
flopped. So it was,
Exciting flops.
yeah, because there's cars that flop that, yeah, exactly, that like no one gives a shit about, right? Like the
Hmm.
Aztec, did anyone really care? When
No,
I mean,
I didn't.
I didn't either. This car, the Crossfire, I didn't care either.
Um,
To be
I
honest,
I was excited because that I excited in the sense of because Dodge was going through a weird phase with SRT everything, so I kind of liked it because they had the they had the Christ the 300C, obviously the pickup. They had this. They had the SRT and everything. I was like, oh hell yeah, they're American muscle, to an extent. I thought it was a neat idea, but I didn't really care for the car too much.
right. It was an exciting time for the companies, right? It was like the for the merger. I mean, like it was a pretty
Right.
exciting time. There were a lot of concepts that came out during that time. There was like a was it called the Atlantis or whatever? The Chrysler. It was like a 300, but a bigger 300 that was like meant to go up against the. Oh, I think it was the Imperial. I think they were trying to bring back the Imperial.
Was it?
Um,
Atlantic.
Atlantic. Okay, yeah, close enough.
It just looked like one of those French curve cars.
Like a Everflow?
Ah, wait, don't bring that up yet. I was gonna do that later.
Oh, okay.
Wait till I get on about my Fiero.
Chrysler
Mhm.
Atlantic? No, that's not it.
Pretty cool concept car. It would
Yeah,
have
that
gone on my list
is.
though.
No, that's not the one I was thinking of. This is way too early.
Pacifica or no?
No, I think it was the Imperial concept from like 2000. Is it 2006? Oh, I guess this was later. Okay.
That's like a 300C.
There was like a Motor Week episode dedicated to just Chrysler concepts. Like that's how many they had at one point.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
called the Imperial. It's just like a big. It
No,
looks
but
like
this is not the one that I was I just got confused. There was one before this, but
a Grand Theft Auto car.
not as old as the one you showed me. I don't remember. But remember there was was it the Chrysler Firepower?
Yeah.
That
Smaller
one was
one.
cool. Was that the Viper?
No, it was something. I think it was smaller than the. It was. I thought it was small.
The Firepower was
Oh,
a
firepower. Wait, I'm thinking of the really small one.
You're thinking of the
yeah, that's
Razor. You're thinking of the
it's a
Dodge
6 liter
Razor.
V8.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking of
But it's straight
other
up a
thing.
Viper, right? I mean, look at
Yeah,
those.
definitely, 100%.
Yeah.
But I think it had like a V8 right underneath
Yeah,
instead.
I think it did have a V8.
Might have been like the SRT8 engine.
Yeah, 6.1.
Oy,
Okay.
what a downgrade.
I still, I still don't understand why they call them scat packs. Like that's kind of a horrible name.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you know, Dylan?
I think it's because it moves like a scared animal. You yell scat at.
Mm.
Yeah, get out of here.
Oh, okay.
Yell at a cat.
I think of scat. I think of shit.
Always.
So, all right, fair enough. I guess that's the first. I mean, that was one of my lists was the Chrysler Crossfire.
Okay.
But I mean, whatever. I don't really care about that car that much. I will say that now I think it's a better looking car, the
Hmm.
Crossfire.
Yeah, it's gotten better over time, I'd say.
It has, right?
Mhm.
Um,
Oh, so it's called the Scat Pack because scat, you tell someone to get lost, like scat, get out of here, and also because of Frank Sinatra's Rat Pack,
hmm.
Well, okay.
which kind of makes it a little bit cooler.
Still doesn't change the shit thing though.
Yeah, connotation. Yeah.
hmm Anyways, so
They don't call it the heavy R package.
right? Well, why was this a flop?
I mean, did it sell well?
I didn't pay attention. I know it was in a video game I played.
That's basically it, right?
Yeah,
I think they
they
sold
released
all
it.
right in Mexico.
Did they? Okay.
76,000 units over 4 years. That's not bad at all.
All right, fine. Then take it
You
off
You
the
know,
list.
I mean, it was disappointing because it has the same transmission as a Wrangler for the stick shift.
Didn't
hmm
didn't you ever expect this car to get a V8?
I was, yeah.
I was
I'd
too.
love to. Oh, it did get an SRT.
Yeah, it did.
It
It was the
was a V6
SLK.
supercharged.
Yeah, it was the SLK.
32 or something like that,
32.
or?
It was the 32 AMG. Yeah.
And like, I'll be honest, I've looked at them on Craigslist before. You know,
Yeah, me too.
They'd be neat
Especially
cars to have
last
now.
year. What's that?
They'd be a neat car to have right now.
I agree. They're pretty unique.
It's how do I say this? I'm using this lightly. It's I don't want to say it's an iconic car, but it's distinguishable enough that you'll never forget about it.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's pretty distinct.
Mhm.
Actually, I think it looks a little better than the. I think it looks better than the Mercedes, to be honest.
Oh no, I like it way better than
Yeah.
the first gen.
I wouldn't call it iconic, but it's definitely like a
Right.
bookmark in time.
Exactly. That's what I said. It's not iconic, but it's distinguishable enough that you'll kind of always know. Oh, that's an SR. That's a Crossfire. Okay, shit.
That's
I like.
true.
I kind of like it.
Yeah.
And it has the same styling cues on the hood as an Airflow.
It does.
The name comes from the profile, the side view of those two lines intersecting.
Wait,
That's
what?
where I got the name. If you look at the side view, it's like an X. If you look at
Okay,
the side
hold on.
of
Let
it,
me pull up a side view of the coupe, right? I'm assuming it
like
has
yeah,
side view.
like 90-degree, like hard right or hard left.
Um,
And that's where it got its name from the concept originally. Actually, it was Crossfire because it had there was two lines that were intersecting one another.
on the door?
It's blurry for me right now, so I can't really make it out
Yeah.
entirely.
Okay.
But you'll see two lines that almost make it like an X, or they're crossing past each other. Maybe not an X. Right under, yeah, or right where behind the A pillar actually it cleared up for me. Supposedly those lines like they don't match up or something like that.
Interesting.
Also, it was built by Carmen, which is pretty cool.
The coach
Thereby
builder?
making it, yeah,
Oh, that's cool.
thereby making it the new Chrysler TC by Maserati.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a flop too. That car.
Yeah. But were people excited for that one? I don't know. I wasn't around.
I wasn't. Yeah, I was. I don't even think I was born
I
yet.
was. Yeah. So I guess, what do you got, Luis?
Rover SD1.
Okay.
Oh hell yeah, brother!
Did
I like.
that-
It's a cool looking car. Yeah, it was a flop because it was delayed 2 years to begin with because they couldn't handle like they had bad production. They're cutting costs. Bad quality control. Fitment was bad. They had a really bad cam issue too, and then the PR was just bad to advertise it. It was just a
Mhm.
bad car to begin with. It looked cool.
It did.
They
look
eventually,
cool.
I believe they stuck a V8 eventually in it too. It started
did.
off as a 4, maybe 6-cylinder. Then they tried to salvage it by sticking diesels in there as well, and that didn't really do much for it either.
To me, it always looked like that the Porsche Ferrari 365 Daytona.
Mhm. Oh yeah. I know
They
exactly
did
what
that on
you're talking about.
purpose.
They
I think
did,
that
huh?
was cited as a design influence. I just put in the Bob's chat.
Oh yeah.
I just put in a nice like they look cool as cop cars.
Let's see.
The rear always reminded me of like an old Mercedes taillights for some reason. I don't know why.
Let me see the. That's pretty cool. I like the
Oh,
wheels.
it has like a body kit.
I really like the wheels.
Oh, those mesh wheels, yeah.
That's nice. Rover SD1, the back end?
Yeah, those taillights remind me of like an old Mercedes or
Oh,
something
they're like,
like.
corrugated, like the.
Yeah, like
I s-
grooves in it.
Aren't
I
they?
swear to God, if I go and look at this fucking thing and it's got a 3.5 Rover V8, I'm gonna have a.
I wouldn't
have a-
doubt it,
have a
man.
fit.
It did have a V8. It did have a V8.
I'm gonna go ballistic.
What are you talking about?
God, it has the Rover V8. God damn it.
Yeah, I tell you, it's a small enough. Yeah, they stuck
Or
that
a,
thing in everything.
or a
What
TH180.
was it? What do you call it? British Leyland time, whatever. Where everything
Yes.
was just
Well,
fucked.
yeah. It's just the government just helping
Oh,
people out.
another thing on top of that too. This car was delayed 2 years, so that's another reason it kind of flopped. These
Wasn't it all
people.
the unions? That
Yeah,
like
it was.
was
They couldn't
unions
figure things
striking?
out. Like, yeah, they're striking. They were moving production plants to one place. They were trying to cut corners. They cut corners on wiring too a lot.
Nice.
What a shock
Yeah.
in a British car.
Right, exactly. But yeah, I think it's a good looking car still.
Oh hell yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Look at how cool this looks.
It's fire.
Look at that, dude.
Yeah, it's neat. It's really long. Wow, I didn't.
This-
It makes
yeah.
like puts in perspective how long of a car it is.
Oh, TWR.
Oh shit! Oh, no wonder.
Yeah. What did the Vitesse get you? Was that the V8?
That was more of
the
a
top one?
no, that was more of a trim level like interior.
Okay.
It has the Dion rear suspension.
It added like leather. Yeah, was it either added leather to everything or they added some wood trim to
Oh,
the test?
perfect.
Oh, I'm sorry. They wanted to do Dion and it was too expensive, so they decided to switch to live axle.
Oh, nice.
Interesting.
So speaking of TWR, how
Look
about
at
that
that.
discovery we made of the LM, the XJR 15?
That is such a cool car.
Hmm.
Did you read about it?
Very briefly.
Yeah, how they talk about how like they were all basically hoarded up by the one
Yeah,
guy
they
who
were.
ordered them.
I think it was like Japanese only, right? I think.
Yeah, it was one guy who ordered them from Jaguar TWR.
Supposedly the story was too like the TDFR. He was one of those guys. He didn't like to like have waste of extra stuff. So it's like we have an extra couple chassis, we got some race
Oh.
engines left over. Just shove all this shit together and sell them as a car. And yeah,
Okay.
they added more. You know, they added front and rear arrow wings, roof-mounted intake, and race engine.
The race engine is crazy. The fact that they went
Mhm.
with the.
Yeah.
Have you seen this one, Dylan? This white one?
I've seen it. I don't know anything about it. Normally, I don't really care about cars that are like more than $100,000.
Oh,
So
okay.
it was a TWR Jag.
No.
No.
This
This-
specific one was like 1 of 5. So this is a different one from the one you've seen like this. So they made 53 of these, right? This was another batch of 5 that they made later, and all of them were kept secret until recently.
I love that.
Yeah.
Like all that work, and some dudes just bury it. It's like what Prince would do with his music.
Hmm.
You could see like look at the condition of this one. It was just abandoned. Look at the intake, the filter.
Yeah. Bad.
It just disintegrate. Is that that's a foam filter that just disintegrated?
Yeah. And they put like a Le Mans engine in it, like the actual race car from the I guess it would have been an XJR9.
Yeah. Was that the turboed or naturally aspirated one?
This one was the V12 one, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Wasn't it?
Because the turbos have
Yeah.
little scoops on the side right in
Right
front of the
here.
rear wheels. Okay.
Yeah, this one was the last one that won, I think.
Oh no shit. Okay.
Did it
The
win after
paint-
that? No, I
Paint
think
job
it
is
was this-
iconic.
Yeah, I think this was right.
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure this is the last one, the XJR9.
Okay.
Interesting thing about this one, they were actually going to do dual overhead cams, but they
Okay.
didn't because it was such a heavy engine at that point. So I think the Le Mans race car, if I'm not mistaken, had single overhead cams,
No shit.
which is pretty cool considering it was like
Yeah.
in the age of like carbon fiber and semi-automatic transmissions and like
Modern
turbocharging
everything.
and all this stuff. It's like here's this NA single overhead cam.
Mm.
Beast.
If it's simple, it's less likely to break.
Yeah. And make crazy power either way.
It's like BC Moto's single cam D
Yeah.
series Insight running like 9
10
second
seconds
quarter
and 9
miles or
seconds.
something like
I don't
that.
even know how what it runs now.
Yeah. And non VTEC too. Single cam.
Yeah, you don't need VTEC when you're always in the power band.
Right.
Dylan, you got something?
I in fact do. A car that I was really, really excited for that they just let die on the vine was the Chevy Cruze diesel.
Oh, interesting. They did a second gen of that too, didn't they?
I don't think the diesel ever came out here, but I really liked the wagon. I was excited for it.
We did
They
get
brought
that
out
one.
an ugly hat. Now the first gen wagon we never got.
Wait, what?
Chevy Cruze wagon, first generation.
Oh, the first what? I don't remember the first one. Damn.
So I can only assume that those cars were dog shit because they went from being everywhere to gone in 8 months.
They were Taiwan, right? They were made in Taiwan.
Maybe like your guitar.
Yeah.
They had really bad turbos. Like if you, my friend, I don't, was my friend? They, I think it was a friend, either a friend or a friend of a friend. They 100%, wooted and then blew the turbo out.
Just one big.
Yeah,
One big
literally the
pull.
first time you have one hard ass pull, fucking the oil line and turbo blew and it shot like chunks of metal into the intake.
Wow.
I feel like anytime like Chevy or Ford make a car, they're like, you should have bought a pickup truck, and they just make it blow up.
Right.
Yeah, we got this one, but not the one before it. Is what you're saying, Bill?
And yeah,
Because we
so
got
the-
this one in manual diesel.
did we?
Yeah.
See, I don't even know my facts.
Yeah, but not the first.
Well, I
gen.
assume no one bought it.
I don't think I've ever seen a first gen cruise hatch or wagon or whatever.
You know who had one? Mike's girlfriend had one.
She had a regular cruise second gen,
Okay.
not diesel, just a normal. It might have been
Oh,
like a
okay.
1.4 turbo.
That fucking car, the first generation, had 12 different engines available.
The first generation was interesting because they were really trying out a lot of things. It had like really thick glass in the first generation cruise.
For insulation.
Yeah, they were
Okay.
like pushing hard for like low NVH in this segment,
Gotcha.
and it really was pretty impressive for the time.
hmm
And then they made an Eco, right? Do you remember
I
the
don't-
Eco one, which
Yeah,
is
it's like a lean burn thing.
yeah, lean burn, and it was just like a base cruise with a 6-speed with a crazy overdrive, so it would do like 80 miles an hour, like 1900 RPM in 6th gear.
No shit.
Yeah, it was weird.
I know that like almost no one bought the Cruise diesels, especially not compared to the Volkswagen, which is probably smart. But I know people get into the 60s with them.
I've heard that. If you
pretty
go on,
easily.
if you go on Fuely, you can find some people on there. They're like mid 50s. It's pretty
Shit.
amazing. Because I think it's a smaller displacement diesel than the TDI, than the Volkswagen TDI.
For TDI is like 1.8, I think.
1.9 and then 2.0.
Oh,
I
1.9.
think.
Okay. Oh,
I
okay.
can't figure out what it had here, but there were 5 different diesel engines.
Yeah, good luck finding like specific Chevy Cruise info.
Mhm.
It's really not easy because it was a
Is
global
this gonna be your
car.
next car?
Well, no, because it was like GM's real attempt to have like a global car.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Ford had the Fiesta.
hmm
The Fiesta was the first one that was like, we're going all in. We're doing, and they wanted these global cars to be like both econo car and like small premium. That was like the whole point.
Mm,
So like a base Fiesta cost less than half as much as like a fully loaded ST.
okay.
So they wanted to cover the whole spectrum because at the time Volkswagen
Right.
was killing it doing that with the Jetta, like Mark 5, Mark 6.
Okay.
I think that was
Well, they
around
had
the time that
the
Volkswagen
R
became
and
like the biggest
GTI
car
and all this
company.
other shit.
Yeah, I mean they had the full thing. You could make the same car, change a couple things, and go from selling it for 16,000 for an 8-valve 4-cylinder Jetta, to selling like a
Mhm.
Golf R for 40.
Yeah, it's nutty how expensive those things are, especially now. The R, those things
Yeah.
are stupid expensive.
Yeah. It's a cool car. I really wish we had gotten more. I wish it had been more of a success, the Cruise.
Okay.
Especially the Cruise diesel.
I don't
Sorry,
ever
I
see
took
them
over
as
that
like
one.
rentals.
Yeah.
They're like a fleet car now, if anything.
I mean, I feel like a lot of US cars are just fleet cars, and that's all. That's the only reason that they
Mhm.
make them anymore.
I know that's how I got my car. Because I drove it one time as a rental. I was like, oh, this isn't half bad actually.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else just buys Tundras and F-150s.
Yeah.
Right.
I was
What do
just
you
gonna
got, Bob?
say-
Or
Yeah, I was gonna say the NSX.
which one?
The comeback.
Okay.
The one with Jerry Seinfeld in the commercial.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Remember that one? The Super Bowl ad?
I don't.
Yeah, he's like driving it, and then it was like I think it was like in 3 like Avengers or whatever, like Marvel movies as a
yeah.
concept. It was like really hyped up.
They're pushing it.
And then it sold so bad that they took the unsold NSXs and took them back to the factory, hooked them up with the Type S kit, and sold those to make a limited run of NSX Type S.
And those sold out.
And then those sold out. But it's like no one really cared about the NSX.
No, I think it's because, and I'm kind of guilty of it. We're comparing it too much to the prior NSX.
Yeah, which was like
It was like
probably a
perfection.
better F40, right? Like it's thought of in that, not better, but in that kind of like raw
Right.
direct
That's
driver
iconic.
perfection.
To me, it's an
Yeah.
iconic car. The prior NSX.
I've got a lot of Acuras on my list. I'm going to tell you right now.
Oh, can we go to them?
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
go for it.
this is the car that when I first saw it, I loved it because it was so weird. The ZDX.
Oh yeah, the ZDX.
They're fucking wacky
fucking-
from all kinds of angles.
Is that the one coupe?
Yeah,
That's
it's
the
like the Honda
crossover
Cross
thing.
Tour. Yeah.
Like I was just like, finally, Acura's doing something Japanese and weird.
Yeah.
And then everyone was like, go the fuck away with this.
This car
yeah,
fucking flopped.
Yeah, my neighbor Big Mount had one.
Nice. Yeah, I like this one.
He would wax it every day for like 2 years straight. I don't know why, or he would wash it every day. I'm like, bro, you're gonna ruin your clear coat.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So I thought of this because I liked these when they came out, but apparently everyone hated the beak on them. So there's like an online mod to delete the beak, where they take the big, remember the Acura beak?
Yeah, this.
thing right there?
Yeah,
And
they went through a whole generation of that look.
Yeah,
So they got rid
and
of
then
it? You can get rid of it with an aftermarket?
Yeah.
Damn.
people put like the grill off of a TSX on there.
I love that it looks like a concept car.
It does, yeah.
And then I thought of this because in one of the Marvel movies, all the feds had these instead of like black Suburbans.
That's cool.
And I was like, I'm removed from immersion, but I really like it. And I sat in one once, and it was really comfortable and extremely nice. And once again, every time I sit in an Acura or a Lexus, I say, why is Mercedes still in business?
Yeah.
Mhm.
They have gimmicks. Mercedes has the gimmicks. They have like stupid
Full cars.
night vision and like fucking
Yeah.
the fancy grills on the speaker, like the Burmester audio. They have
Yeah,
like that.
like that.
Remember we talked about it the other day? Was that active body control where it scans the road just like the
Oh, yeah.
suspension? But for some reason, it's like it's like the Lexus just seems like more simple, better made.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, it's for a pharmacist or your nose
Just
throat
like a
doctor.
person that actually uses their car for, wants to keep their car for 20 years.
I also put
Definitely.
in, like, some in the chat, also, I put in someone did a pinstriping job on their ZDX,
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
and I kind of really like it because it makes it look more like a CRX.
Interesting. Oh my gosh.
It's interesting.
Isn't it wild as hell? Like, it's so zany. It's like it's a French car.
And then they added the black vinyl on the taillights, like a part of
Yeah.
it.
I don't get it. I love it.
That was a big
It's
key.
wacky.
It almost looks cell shaded with that line right there.
That's so
So
weird. Yeah, it does.
Like, I love the C pillar on this, and then that Infiniti JX, which just has an insane C pillar for some reason.
Yeah, it's like a C shape. It has like a weird like chunk missing or something.
Yeah, it's kind of strange.
This one?
Yeah,
Oh, okay, yeah.
I like that, and then I always look at the first generation Murano, and the thing behind the C pillar looks exactly like the first gen C car.
Oh yeah. Do you remember the FX35? Those were a big sell
Uh,
too.
Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, the Murano Infinity.
This thing was everywhere back in the day. This one and the
was
Murano.
it this one? This FX was the one that had like the Red Bull edition of it?
They made a V8 Red Bull edition for Formula One.
Okay.
Because back in the day, Infinity was the main sponsor of Red Bull F1.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. They made
My, how times change.
I think it was an FX50 or 45.
Okay.
FX56.
Ah, okay.
56. Nice.
I remember when the Nissan Titan came out. Is that what it was? Did I get it right?
FX50.
The
I
pickup
think.
truck?
So when the Nissan Titan first came out, it had like a 5.6 liter V8.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I remember seeing some dude, because I think those are like handsome trucks. I think
They are.
they look really cool.
Oh.
So some dude was getting gas at the gas station,
Uh-huh.
and an old man walks up to him and he goes, "Oh God, the Gooks made another
Oh
rice
my God,
burner
Dylan.
truck." And I was like, "What the fuck?" And he goes, "What's it got? A four-cylinder or some kind of little turbo thing?" And the guy goes, "No, it has a 5.6 liter V8." And he goes, "Oh, so they just ripped off a Chevy 350 in metric?" And I was just like,
He,
"Whoa!"
he had fighting words.
Like this old dude must really know how to fight, or just be looking to die. Because
Just,
and the other guy was like, "No, sir, it's its own design. It makes a lot of power. It's good. It's fuel injected." And he's like, "Ah, fuel injected."
right now I
It
want
reminds me of
carburetors.
that meme where it's like Toshiba. I lost a friend on that island. It's like the old guy.
No,
It's wild
that's
as hell.
bad.
Yeah.
Wow, that's silly.
But I was like, this must have been like I was like 12, so I was like grown men talking about vehicles.
This guy?
It's like in King of the Hill where he agrees to sell Hitler's canoe, and he goes out and the guy has a Mitsubishi, and he's like, "Mitsubishi, they made the Zeros, shot down everyone at Pearl Harbor."
Oh, that's right.
Did you set up a timer, Bob?
Yeah, yeah, we got
Okay.
20.
Okay.
Do we have more Acuras? Do you have more Acuras?
Oh, just the new Integra. Why call it an Integra? Call it a 3 Series.
Similar shape to the ZDX, isn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, funny you say Integra. My friend's picking his up on this Thursday.
Oh, really?
The
I
new one.
saw one
the
in
brand new
person.
It's a
Oh,
lot
really?
cooler than most cars on the road. It's just like
It
This
looks
is-
good in that silver color.
this
I
was kind of
always have
a common thread for me. Is like if something's gone for 15 years, the new one will never be as good.
Yeah,
Like the
Mhm.
NSX or the Integra,
Supra.
or I mean, I guess the new Camaros are good, but
This is a good example. I forgot about this thing.
Mhm.
yeah, it haunts my dreams.
I feel like it's gonna be great to drive.
Yeah, it's a 1.5 turbo. It's the same engine as a
Just
SI, right?
SI. Yeah.
I'm sure it's a really great car. Like if I was married, I'd be like, I know what car you're getting.
Is this car gonna suffer like the NSX did, where people didn't like it because they're comparing it too much to the prior
Yes.
version, and then they're gonna make a Type R and everyone's gonna be obsessed, or a
look at
GSR
that.
or
Looks
something like
cool.
Yeah.
That actually looks pretty cool.
No, it's
No,
way,
I'm saying, like,
way
the
cooler
silver
than most
doesn't look
cars
bad.
on the market.
Yeah.
that. Like that gray silver, it looks. I think my friend got his in like a blue or dark blue.
Oh, okay.
He got the A spec. He completely he maxed it out.
This
and
looks
everything.
clean. I'd drive
Mhm.
this shit, dude.
I just want it to be a coupe, but I've never bought a 4-door before, so
Yeah, honestly.
with my 3 2-door SUVs.
Right?
Yeah, you've had 3?
Uh,
the Bronco
the
too?
Bronco, the Explorer, and the Jeepster.
Oh, that's right.
They're all just white 2-doors.
Have you ever owned a 4-door?
No, I never owned a 4-door. I had the 2-door. I had the 300. Coupe?
Yeah, the Mercedes.
I had the 2-door Yaris.
That's cool.
I got the RS. I know, right? Like
That's really cool. I never noticed that.
You better keep that trend up.
Yeah.
before long, I'm not gonna have any options though. I'm gonna have to buy a Mustang.
Yeah, buy a crew cab.
Right.
And then like still like the new Bronco came out. I'm like, who the God, the 2-door's great. My mom was like, "You're just never gonna have kids, are you? You're just." She's like, "I just never no grandkids."
Nope.
That's cool. Honestly,
Mhm.
yeah, I've had a few 4-doors. No need for me. So.
No, none at
Yeah,
all.
I have one, and I kind of it's convenient, it's practical, but I really don't have a need for a 4-door. Like I
Mm.
should have gone a 2-door.
Bob just wants that 4-door E30.
Yeah, that'd be
The
cool.
wagon.
A 2-door E30 wagon. That'd be cool.
Custom.
Some guy made like a Subaru, like the Subaru 22B,
Okay.
but he took he took a wagon of that body of that generation,
Okay.
made it a 2-door, and then made it a 22B. So he made the
22B
wagon
wagon?
2-door.
And put some
Oh,
beefy fucking flares
Yeah.
on it. It looks good.
That was I remember that way back in the day. Me and Mike were like, "What the fuck is this?" This is like way back in the day of like the car lounge. I'm like,
Yeah, it's like the first time I like went on Google and I typed in M5 wagon and I was
oh yeah,
just hyperventilating into the computer.
yeah. What could have been? We got the Mercedes AMG wagon.
We
But
I
did.
knew someone who had one.
they only made like 200 of the E55 or E63 wagon in
Oh,
America.
not that one. The one I knew that was newer.
Uh,
It was like filled with dog hair and totally destroyed. Trust fund
Oh,
kid.
nice.
do you have more Acuras?
I think that was the extent of my Acuras. I just wanted to say that, like, the second gen TSX, I was unhappy. And then I don't think nearly as many people bought the TSX wagon because the first gen TSX is one of those cars that was perfect and no one gave a shit. And they just all got riced to hell and destroyed
They really nailed it with that first gen.
just by selling us a European car.
Right. Was it? Yeah, it was just the Accord, right?
Yeah, it was just a tiny Euro Accord.
All right. Luis, what do you got?
One of the most infamously flops, the Ford Edsel.
I love Edsels, and I always love to like bring up that the son dies and the father names a car after him, and they're actually pretty cool and no one cares. Like the
Are
Dino,
they cool? I know nothing about these cars.
they're pretty
Well,
cool.
yeah, they were the biggest reason they like. Well, they started selling at the beginning of the recession. That was the biggest problem. They years of teasing. I don't think they're good looking. Overpriced, overhyped, bad timing, quality control issues. It's just one of those everything kind of going against it. Looks like a Plymouth Fury almost, kind of right there.
Oh yeah, that is weird.
So Martha Stewart bought Edsels' old house, and she got a car with it. Check out hers. It's like the best '50s car ever made. It's coral pink 2-door station wagon.
Said Martha Stewart.
Yeah, I have such immense respect for Martha Stewart. She's one of like the hardest working, most shrewd people on the planet, and everyone says
Okay.
she's a bitch, and it's like no, she just has sense.
This one?
Yeah. So that's Edsels' house, and the car came with, which I love,
No, that's so.
That is really cool.
and the interior is really awesome. It was just like they came out for the first time in '58, right?
I don't know.
I believe so. Yeah.
And did they make '59s? I don't think they did.
No,
Wait,
it
that
was
was
just.
it? Just a 1 year?
I believe so.
I
It
don't
was. It
know.
was. It was a bad car. At least to begin with.
Damn. That's crazy. Because they have two different styles from what I was looking at right here on the.
Yep, '58 for the Citation, which is that.
See, because then there was this also 58?
Okay, so they made it till '60, but
Yes.
that car was 1 year.
So
I
3
like
years.
this one.
The 60 looks a little better. Yeah, that's the 60 right there, I think.
That looks cool.
The
That's
thing
a
is,
Ghostbusters car.
they brought it out in 1958 when, like, that where that was in the market, they didn't want to compete with Mercury, so they're up against Buick, Oldsmobile, Pontiac, Dodge, and DeSoto,
Yep.
which they were
It's just
on
bad
fire
timing.
in '58, and then the economy took a shit too.
Exactly.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Mm.
I
Yeah, this is
like
one of the
it,
biggest
but
flops
they're-
of all time.
They're just too much. They like this is right. I think when car fashion started to kind of simplify.
Yeah, wasn't this around the time when like car manufacturers would like change their car every single year? They'd be like
Yes,
they'd be. I mean, they wouldn't redo everything.
Every
but they would-
handful of years.
Yeah,
but the chrome would be different in every single year.
yeah. Every year would be like something different, right?
You get a new
Yeah.
engine, you get different carburetor options. There'd be something. Typically, it was every 2 years or 3 years. But in the 30s, it started with every single year you'd get a new body style, or you'd just buy a frame and take it to a coachwork if you were really rich.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, look at the 55, 56, 57 Chevys. They're radically different bodies.
See, stuff like that is what I remember about this time period. Like I
Mhm.
remember the
Yeah.
Cadillacs were
Oh,
always
the caddies
different.
were iconic.
And then the Mercury, like the one my dad likes, the Mercury Coupe, like a 50. Every time he's like, "Oh no, that's a 49. That's a 51." I'm like, "What the fuck?" And I look at it and it's like, "Oh yeah, it is slightly different." But
Mm.
I mean, I guess there's just subtle things.
Now we're stuck with like 10-year generations.
Yeah, well, now we're stuck with the fucking
25 years of
the
price of
the
300.
new Nissan Z,
Yeah,
is just a
or just
370
Nissan in
Z.
general.
Nissan in general.
They're finally getting around with this new CEO. You know, they're finally changing their design.
Are they
or, like,
finally
their-
they're finally killing the R35, right?
I believe so. Yeah, unless they're gonna come up with the R36 or something. I don't know.
You know what's crazy? I might be totally wrong. No, I think I'm right. R35 GTR came out before 370Z.
Oh wow. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, it did for sure.
It was by a year, right?
Came out in production began in December of 2007 for 2009 model year.
For which
So yeah,
for which one?
GTR.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's impressive. Wow, that's geez. I was in high school or 2006.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
Long ass time ago in a town called Kickville.
Um, what else you got, Luis?
Um, the Chevy SS sedan.
Oh, that was a good
Oh
one.
yeah, I love to see those.
That was
Yeah.
so cool.
It
A lot
was
of
just
these cars, like when I see them, I'm like, oh, nice. Oh, yeah, that's so cool. I forgot.
yeah. They just had they were too expensive and bad marketing. Like no one ever heard about these cars.
People
I
didn't know
I
what
never
they
knew they
were.
existed.
Yeah, people did not know what they were. And then the
They
first
were
year were auto only, right?
Australian, right? I think.
Yeah, they were the Holden Monaro.
Yeah.
But the first year I think was auto only, and then 2015 model year, they gave it like a 6-speed manual,
Six-speed.
Magnaride, and Brembos.
Right. Yeah. It was everything. Everyone like a
That's
most practical,
so sick.
everyday
Yeah, like the
supercar.
stuff that like all of us at 17 wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
Not that they never made the Marauder into stick shift.
Well, that's like the
or they could have.
No, that's right. That's like the Cadillac CTS-V wagon. Like I think if you look into the numbers of like wagon manual with no sunroof, it's like less than 100, or it's like 100
wow.
something. I think it was 180 is the number I
No
found.
shit.
With-
Manual.
which is like
wagon
you know
sunroof?
what I mean, like the most like iconic one, the one that's gonna be worth $100,000 on Bring a Trailer
Gotcha.
in a couple of
Already
years.
is.
Probably already
Yeah.
is, but it's like
And my parents' neighbor, like he has a R46 wagon, or not R46, E46 wagon, an E46 M3, and a CTS V black wagon stick
wow.
with straight pipes.
No shit.
And you can hear him. Like everyone who lives down the street from my parents, they all have E46 M3s.
Mhm. Damn.
Yeah, they're iconic cars. Yeah, this car was dope. It's a little. I don't want to say it's a little ugly. It looks like a cop car.
Doesn't look like a Porsche,
Um,
does it?
Well,
No,
but
it's
Chevy
a
Caprice.
sleeper for
Yeah,
sure.
that one's cool. The cop car. We almost got pulled
Yeah.
over by one yesterday.
It's the same car.
It was
is
the
a cop car.
the Caprice, the Fleet one,
Okay.
the 9C1 or whatever.
Well, how'd you get pulled over almost?
Well, my buddy was driving a little fast. He has
Oh,
a stupid.
okay.
He's so fucking dumb. He has like a 2013 Civic
Okay.
and like this one, but dressed
Yeah,
up as a
okay.
cop car.
Those are aren't those like front-wheel drive?
No, they're the same car.
Oh, no
They're the
shit,
same car
okay.
as the Monaro, which is a
Oh, no,
GTO.
no, okay,
They're
I
all
didn't
the
know that.
same, but they were sold as cop cars.
Okay.
They were sold as
So-
fleet vehicles, right? Government like
Yeah, they never made it to the street. They introduced in 2011. Base model was 3.6, but you could get a 6.0, I think, iron block.
But they were like pretty
Okay.
shitty, like even with the 6.0, right? Because it was the iron block. It had like super long highway gears, and it was auto only, right?
Yeah.
So it was
Yeah.
like not really like a fast car. It was just like a powerful sedan,
Okay.
a good highway cruiser.
That's so sad that they stopped making that Commodore, and then after that they brought in like a Buick Regal World car with the 2.0 liter turbo.
Right. Damn, that
So
looks so
sad.
cool. Like with the livery, like the police livery.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, my buddy was driving a little too fast, and he has a Civic, right? But it's a natural gas, like a CNG Civic. So the
Okay.
sticker, like the stickers on the back, I feel like kind of help, because it kind of
Okay.
doesn't look like a car that you would speed in, you know? With
Right.
the
It's like, oh,
CNG
this piece of
tags.
junk.
Yeah, but then his dumbass put a Honda license plate frame on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like a Ricer sticker.
Yeah, it's like I'm like, dude, and he's like, they're not gonna know. I'm like, all right.
Dude, they're not going to know. They're cops. They can't read.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, speaking of CNG, on the way to, I think I was on the way to the airport or something. I saw a semi truck with a CNG sticker on it too. I was like, I didn't know
Yeah.
those things existed.
Isn't
And
It's like
it had
still-
a huge, like, looked like two
they're
2 or
big?
3 50-gallon barrels on the side, like laid down, like in line. I was like, damn.
What were you
I didn't
saying,
know-
Dylan?
I didn't know
Yeah, they're
they
fucking
had-
huge.
I didn't
It's
know
still
they
255 a
CNG.
gallon in Southern California for CNG.
No, we just paid 209 yesterday, and
Oh,
he said
and
this
he
is
said
on the
that's
high
not high.
side. He
Well,
said I'll
that
drive.
that fake-
He was funny. He's like I'll drive. You guys pay too much for gas.
So when my dad had his, he had that green. My dad had two CNG Civics.
Yeah.
So at one point in the driveway, we had a diesel Mercedes, two CNG cars, and a Chevy Volt. I'm like, God, we're alternative.
Yeah.
But
Right.
That was a cool car. I remember that one. He had the.
yeah,
Yeah.
so his one of his coworkers has one. He swapped in the 6 speed
Oh,
from a
nice.
from an SI. And apparently, it
Actually,
just goes right in there.
Oh.
Literally one of the worst cars to drive I've ever been in, though. It was so wallowy.
What year?
I think 2009.
Oh, yeah, you can get the K20 6-speed in an R18. Actually, I don't know. I don't know if you can. Anyway, probably. You
mm.
can probably swap. I'm sure someone makes a kit, like Hassport makes a kit
Oh,
to swap
oh,
on
yeah.
a
Yeah.
fucking K20 transmission.
Definitely.
Sorry, I lied. His was a 2010.
Okay.
It was not fun. Actually, I forgot. One of the cars that I wanted to bring up was the ILX. I always liked the Acura ILX.
That one's gone, huh?
Yeah,
Oh, that's like the Civic, right?
it's
It's
just a Civic SI.
Do you remember
Okay.
the... Hold on. Do you remember this one? The CSX?
CSX. Oh, you make it bigger?
We never got that.
No, it's
That was
Canadian.
Canada, right?
It was a Canadian
Oh, okay.
Civic.
Canada.
But it's the JDM front end and rear end
Oh no shit. Okay.
on the Civic in Canada.
Oh, that's Euro as fuck.
Yeah, and then we got so the ILX, and then recently they updated it like in the last year, with like or last couple years with a dual clutch 9-speed.
Really?
Yeah, this one.
For a base ass like
Yeah,
car
like it
like
was the only engine transmission. It was like you get a K24 with 200 horsepower, a 9-speed dual clutch. It was a
That's-
really
wow.
cool car. I
That'd
like
be a
these a
cool
lot.
swap into like a some other Civic or something.
Yeah, I like them a lot. I think they're
Mhm.
pretty nice looking.
I'm still shocked that the Honda Fit died. That was like the coolest car in the market.
Oh, they released like a new gen. Didn't want to sell it here, and then that was it, right? It was just
Mhm.
dead. I like the
Yeah, well,
the
you
last
don't
one.
buy it.
That last, the current one that's in Japan is really cool looking.
Gotcha.
Um, shit, who's next? This fucking guy.
I got a few with details, and I have a bunch without any details. I just like.
We got like 2 minutes, so just pick one.
Okay.
and we'll end it.
What about the Chevy Tahoe hybrid?
Oh,
Yeah.
I was just watching the Motor Week on that, or the Suburban or whatever.
Yeah,
Didn't
they added a hybrid system to the truck, and they like, oh yeah, we're gonna get good ass mileage. This truck has like the highest count of hybrid stickers I think of any car ever.
Yeah, it has a lot of hybrid. I remember the.
And it
branding
only got
everywhere.
they only improved the mileage, like I think it was like the combined. I think it only improved by like 2 or 3 miles per gallon with the hybrid system.
Dang.
I only ever saw the one with the overly stickered, like the Rice
Yeah,
edition.
and the crazy like air dam on the bottom.
Yeah, like the
It's like a
Forza
pace car.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, those things. This thing was just.
I remember we
trashed. They
rented
also-
a non-hybrid Suburban as like a family road trip vehicle. Really
Okay.
changed my tune like on GM stuff. I was like, damn, this is actually pretty nice. Like,
You know what? Also, they also had a Dodge Durango hybrid. I don't remember that.
I don't.
Yeah, they had one too as well. Same thing with the whatever it was like, whatever the Chrysler equivalent was, the
Aspen.
Pacifica or whatever it was.
Oh,
or
it was a Chrysler
Aspen.
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 what it
Okay,
was?
yeah, they had a
Yeah.
hybrid of that too.
I put that on the list because it has styling cues from the airflow on the hood.
Okay, we got to talk about the airflow. Wasn't that also a flop?
It meant flop.
Right? It only sold like it was like way too advanced. Yeah, I didn't know they made a hybrid Aspen
This
or
and Durango,
a Durango, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it was a really expensive car that was small with odd styling and good fuel economy
Oh,
in a
yeah.
market where like luxury was Duesenbergs. So it's like
It's like a Saab in the like you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
it's like rolling into 1971 with a Prius and being like, "Hey, trust me, it's nice," and they'd be like, "I want an LTD."
yeah. That's a yeah. Are they bringing it back? Oh,
Yeah,
that's
no,
right. Yeah,
car.
we were talking about that the other day, huh?
I hope it fucking flops.
This should be the car of the show. Like the new Airflow.
Mhm.
We should get one
Right.
with our Patreon money.
Yeah, they made
Yeah.
less than 30,000.
That's not a lot for what 4 years?
Mm.
It's like mid 30s, right? Yeah.
4 years. Yeah.
3, 4 years.
Right.
4 years. Okay.
Wow.
There was a lot of cool stuff. Unibody, It handled well. The engine was moved forward.
I like it.
So the back seat passengers were within the wheelbase, which car they didn't do then. So your kids won't die if you get rear-ended.
Mm,
Oh no shit.
smart.
It had
Yeah.
nearly 50-50 weight distribution.
Really?
Yeah, very cool. 54-46, which is really good for an American car of any era.
Yeah.
It had safety glass. It had everything.
Oh,
That's
good,
really
good
cool.
for the girl. Wow.
That's the time. Do you have some
Time.
photos you want to send? I don't think I.
Oh, yeah.
Did I see
I gotta-
something? Oh, I told you I saw the skylines, but that was pretty cool. But I didn't get a photo of them. I haven't seen
No.
anything really cool, to be honest.
That's no fun.
Yeah, no, I just haven't.
I was gonna say. Oh, here we go. Here's one.
Uh-huh.
What was I gonna say? I forgot already. Brain dead.
Are you still sick?
Um, just some headaches here and there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, look at this. Airflow coupe.
No, I didn't even know that thing.
Dude, they're so fucking cool. You don't even understand.
Look at that. Look at that. I want one.
Like the world is not ready.
No.
Look up the Airflow truck.
That's cool. I want to see the truck. This one?
Yeah, that's a custom one-off Airflow truck.
Wow, that's really cool.
Jeez.
Did I tell you that this week my Spotify said, it seems like you might have an interest in conspiracy theories?
No.
No.
A little
Alright.
weird.
I sent my 3 pictures.
Okay.
Remember? So it depends on which. Oh well.
No, it's okay. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
What am I looking at here?
Zoom into the red car.
Oh, hell yeah, look at that. Did all of them have the 2 bumps on the hood, or was that only an AMG one? Because the bumper doesn't look AMG.
No, this is just a riced out car.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I was driving by and I had to turn around. I was like, oh, I gotta snap this fucking Fast
Yeah.
and Furious candidate.
They never see them regardless. So to see one like
Hmm.
all fucking chuntied out.
Then also this truck. Remember how you were talking about the doble cabina? I think this is the closest thing we ever got to a doble cabina.
You like these, huh, Dylan?
I kind of do. They came with a stick for a little bit. My favorite fact about these, and I could be wrong, but I think that the bed is rated for either 375 or 425 pounds.
That's it?
Really?
Meaning, like,
Wow.
if you put, like,
Some-
if you're, like, off-road and you put 3 kids back there,
That's it.
you're getting
Fuck.
close.
So it was an
Oh.
Explorer, right?
An
Yeah, it's an
Escape?
Explorer.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So it's front engine rear drive 4-liter. The second gen, there were some Escape with the 5.0, and they slammed them. Not Escape, some Sport Tracks with the 5.0. They look kind of cool.
The SEMA one? Is that...
It was just the road legal one.
Wait, they made it like that?
I think so.
That's cool. I have seen the lowered Sport Tracks, and they do look really cool.
Hmm. But yeah.
Like, look at this shit.
That's- Oh wow, yeah, it's not bad actually. But
They-
yeah, seeing this truck on the road made me think. I was like, oh, Dylan and his Bob and Dylan's with doble cabina. I was like,
Yeah, dude.
perfect.
Yeah, there's one here online that someone, the Sport Track 2-wheel drive. They have 4-wheel independent suspension before the Mustang, by the way,
Oh wow,
with the V8 and manual
I
swap.
really like this. I really like
that's
this
not bad looking.
lowered crew cab.
Yeah, look up the Sport Track Adrenaline concept. That's the SEMA one you're talking about.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. This is the one I was thinking of.
It looks like a Hot Wheels car. in
That
the
is
best way.
cool.
Oh wow, looks like a Celine truck almost.
Yeah, it
like
does look
it's-
like a...
Yeah, I should look for
What
one of those.
engine?
I've been looking for 5.0 or maybe 4.6.
Okay. You're looking for one?
Oh, well, I should because I want like a $3,000 truck.
But it's not 2-door.
That's right. You're gonna break your...
Yeah, throw it
Streak.
away.
Yeah.
Well,
just
An old
just
Ranger
weld the
is
doors.
like $20,000.
No way.
I'm exaggerating.
No,
but
I
not
mean, I
by
don't know.
much. So yeah, they had a Pelone V6, an engine of which I've owned 2 from that family,
Mhm.
and a 24 valve modular. 24 valve? What the hell?
No. Yeah, three valve. It was a three valve. That's right.
No,
Speaking
I'm
of-
just saying that it got the better engine than the Mustang.
Mhm.
Oh no, the Mustang got the three valve, but later.
Okay.
Yeah.
On the topic of this episode's flops is another good example of a flop.
The SSR?
Yeah.
I never understood this car. I think this was like nostalgia, but this was like right when nostalgia, like new retro, neo
Mhm.
retro was like becoming a thing, or a little bit after.
Right.
And it's
The
like they
problem
were
with
just
this
trying
car-
a bunch of different decades,
You're
huh?
right. Yeah, it was just an awkward. It was awkward looking to begin with, but it
Yeah.
also followed the flop of the Prowler. It was
Yeah.
It was overweight, underpowered, and pricey.
You like these,
They,
Luis?
I like them. Yeah, I like them. Hell yeah! Especially
I
when
like those a
they
lot.
when they started off with the 5.7, I think, and they eventually put the 6 liter in it. They added a manual transmission as well.
Nice.
And they're you can get a 6-speed. And look, there's one here for $40,000
That's a lot.
with 5,000 miles on it.
That's brand new.
Oh wow, that's no
This
miles
is
at
the
all.
thing about like
Okay, that looks pretty
anything-
cool.
Yeah.
anything besides the Camaro. You can get them for $20,000 with less than 100,000 miles on them. GTOs,
Yeah.
SSRs,
Yeah, GTOs.
C6, C7 Corvettes. They're just giving on a not C7s, but they're just giving them away.
C5s and C6s.
Yeah. Like, look, there's a bunch of SSRs on here. They're all around $20,000, and most of them have less than 50,000 miles on them.
Wow.
The cool
It'd be
thing
a
about
real
the truck
fun
is
cruiser.
I like how the roof tucked into the kind of in between the bed and the
Yeah, that was pretty
the
clever.
passengers, a little like nook or little
Yeah.
private area.
God, they look
saw
so weird
a
on the side
dude-
profile though. I can't.
Oh yeah,
get over
it's
how weird
funky
they look.
looking. It's too round.
I saw a dude getting gas in I'm not getting gas, getting 2x4s with one of these at Home Depot.
Mhm. Don't they have like
And-
a wood floor, like the on the bed?
Well, they all have a tonneau, so I
Yeah.
don't know. But I said nice truck, and the dude went ha ha and just peeled out, which I really enjoyed because he had like 2x4 sticking out the back.
Yeah, look at this. They had like
Yeah.
little trim of.
That's
stick
really
on
narrow,
wood
but
on
yeah. Yeah, it's a cool truck to me.
It's an elegant weapon for a more civilized age.
Then if you want to burn your bald spot, you put the roof down.
It's really like if this is what I should buy. It checks all the boxes.
It's a 2-door.
It is a
Two-door,
two-door
it's
truck.
convertible.
You said, yeah.
It's a truck. It's got a stick shift. It weighs
Right.
twice as much as it should.
Dude, you should
Exactly.
get this car.
I'm white.
It's like an
so
El Camino, but like
right, lifted slightly.
yeah, but like a big El Camino
Mhm.
with the
they look
smaller
good,
bed.
like really well. Like if they're like
Did you see
2
that one
inches,
that I
3
had up?
inches lower. I my neck hurts. I can't look
No,
at
hold
that
on,
up that high.
Oh, okay, I'll show you right now. Dude, that thing was cool. That one that I just found right now. This one. Look.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
slant.
that looks awesome. Look at the wheels.
Yeah, the wheels look great.
Also, this is just an aside, but I was at the van store and they have Moon Eyes vans now.
Interesting.
They're pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, but-
dude, it probably looked real good on torque thrusts.
Maybe, yeah.
I say
know what?
that about everything.
You know what I did see that hopefully we don't sidetrack too much. The
No.
the GMC Envoy, the XUV.
That was a weird one.
Yeah, I think that was a flop too. 'Cause I only ever see a handful of them every now and then. Like I'll see one here, and then like a year later I'll see another one.
That was a. It was a 7-seater. Is that what that
But
was?
it had that weird like roof. thing
Yeah,
where you
that
can, like they advertise it where you can
convertible-
carry a refrigerator standing up if you want to or something like
It's
that.
retractable glass roof.
It was funky to say the least.
Another car that goes on my list of if Honda made it, it would have been great.
This one for sure. But then they made the Ridgeline, and people love the Ridgeline. It just didn't sell.
The first one was kind of crap. The following wasn't too bad.
Look at that. Dang.
Yeah, it's like you can carry a whole tree, grown in there if you want.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Instead of just laying it down in the bed or something, you stand it up, let the wind bend it and break it.
Wait, did the rear end, it was like a swing out door?
I guess it was both.
I thought it was a hatch. I never knew that it swung out.
I thought it was
Or
like
t-
a
flip
drop,
down,
like a
sorry.
tailgate.
Yeah.
Basically, what they did here is they did all of these. I think it's double, like an old station wagon.
That's really cool. Like it,
So they
the
did
double
like
action.
the retractable glass and then the barn door or tailgate. So
Actually,
I was watching something a couple days ago, and GM has only ever had, I think, 7 heads of design in the history of the whole company,
Hmm.
which makes more sense because if you look at Chevy, they or GM as a whole, they always do some stupid shit for 10 years at a time.
right.
Hmm.
So I thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah. No, just like, how long did they have Bob Lutz for? Was he? Oh no, he wasn't in charge of design, right? No.
I was president, I think.
Oh, okay.
You mean Maximum Bob?
Yeah. I was hoping I was hoping Lutz and whoever that one person he called out to race on the track was. I think I don't know if it was Chrysler or something. He called him out.
Oh shit, I don't remember. Isn't it
Have you ever seen
Mosler's?
the photo of Bob Lutz with the Opel Kadett?
No.
Is is it Lowellsworthy?
Can we make him the
Yes,
mascot of the show? Bob Lutz?
Maximum Bob's
Well,
Motor.
yeah, it's like Bob's Motoring, yeah.
Maximum Lutz's.
The likeness of Lutz. Okay, type in Bob Lutz Opel because all the photos are amazing. Okay, the one on the left is what I was going for.
This one?
Yeah, so I guess he rolled that on a test track or something. And then look at the one with the red Astra.
What the?
Kiss ass. And then look at the one with the orange
Oh,
GT.
GT, yeah.
with the cigar.
What the?
Like, is that as far as the window goes down? Because looks like he's trying to like jam his head out of it. Or
Yeah, his head's too big for that window.
something.
I don't know. My mom owned one of those.
It's the
She owned, like,
Solstice. Look at
three
him in the
Opels.
Solstice.
Yeah.
Well, he did all those cool sporty cars.
Yeah.
Did he? Like the Saturn Sky and the Solstice?
I thought those were pretty cool.
Hmm.
Yeah, we should make him the mascot.
Yeah, for just like why? Yes.
You know, he was in charge of all of the big three at one point or another.
No. Oh,
Really?
yeah, he was.
And
VP of
McLaren.
Ford, president and vice chairman of Chrysler, then board member, and then vice chairman of GM.
No shit.
The man can't be stopped.
I know.
Alright, I'm gonna call it.
Already.
Alright, bye.
Adios.
Bye.